Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of my new YouTube series called Underdog. Now, this series is all going to be about my contest prep, which I start on Sunday, which will last roughly 30 weeks or so. If you haven't already guessed by the name of my YouTube channel, I do have CP, so this is to share a bit of an insight for others with CP on what contest prep is like, the highs, the lows, but also to share an insight with people without CP who've also done a contest prep, just to understand the differences of doing a prep with CP. Now, obviously, I am a natural athlete, so that is why you might think my prep is quite long, 30 weeks, 6-7 months, but being a natural athlete, I need to be a bit more cautious over muscle loss. I can't go aggressive I can't go as aggressive. So this is just a brief introduction. This will be recorded on my iPhone at the time being, so bear with me with the videos. They should be weekly. I'm hoping to get one out weekly. Things on training, daily eating, day in the life of, just to highlight everything that goes on within the prep, my decisions. I'll put some pausing videos in when I do my check-ins and things like that. I will be coaching myself during this prep. I am, let's say I am a little bit nervous about that, as I do sometimes struggle to remain objective and not bring my emotions in whilst coaching myself. But I am up for the challenge. So just to give a little bit of a brief recap of where my nutrition and training are at now, and where it will start when I start prep. As well, if you haven't already noticed, I do sometimes stutter. Bear with me, I will try and reduce that as much as possible. My editing skills aren't up to the mark of editing all that out, so sorry about that. But what can I say? Deal with it. So I recently finished a diet in August. The plan was to gain up until Christmas, and then do a prep next year, competing in September. But then I was humming and hawing about doing a prep due to restrictions this year with COVID and business. I wanted to have sort of 1 or 2 weeks away next year, so then being on prep all year made it pretty difficult. So I wasn't going to prep. However, my 30th is the year after, so again, that year is out of the equation as I'm going to Orlando. Well, that's the plan anyway. Hopefully, COVID's all done by then. And I just didn't really want to be on prep over my 30th birthday, which, by the way, is in May, so May the 6th, so I'll be expecting birthday cards of everyone who's watched this. Just joking. So it's bang on in the middle of the year, so no matter when I compete, chances are I will be on prep. So it was going to be 2023, but I was asked on stage 2017, and 6 years is just a while. I wanted to get on sooner, so I thought, why not start next week? Everything I've recovered from that last cut, that last diet, relationship with food is all right. However, hunger is slightly higher than I would have hoped to start a prep, but we can deal with that. So my current nutrition is, I have a training day and a rest day. Training day I do, so all these macros, if you don't know that, I'm going to read out. They don't include trace macros. So when I say protein, that is from chicken, beef, eggs. That doesn't include the protein in rice. Likewise, fats are just added fat sources. Most things have a little bit of fat in, which I'm not including. And carbs are coming from the carb sources. But to make that more accurate, I use single ingredient foods, basically basic foods: potato, rice, chicken, beef, things like that. I've came away from the whole protein bars, halo top, things that have carbs, fat and protein in. I tend to just stick to single nutrient foods. Not essential, you can get shredded eating protein bars and things like that. But for me and my lifestyle, having a bit of a meal plan is easier to schedule, prep food and things like that. So, training day. My carbs are about 385 grams. Protein is 150, spread out over 5 meals, 30 grams each meal. Fats are at 40. Rest day, fat go up to 60 and carbs come down to 275. And I have 1 free meal a week. Normally burger, chips, dessert or pizza, something like that. Eating like an adult, eating until I'm full. It's not a cheat meal, it is a free meal. Now, because I'm going to be on prep, I'm going to be dieting, I'm going to take that out, and that will drastically bring my nutrition down, my calories. By about, roughly, I'm guessing 200 a day. Obviously, I don't track that meal, so I don't know precisely, but just roughly, let's say 200 per day, which is going to roughly bring me to maintenance if I stayed on the same nutrition. So then I've just chipped away a little bit at those macros that I just read out. So I'm going to run 3 different days now. A high day, so carbs will come down to 325, fat come down to 35, protein is still at 150. So that'll be 2 days a week on legs and back. The biggest muscle groups, things that require the most from me in terms of fuel. Then we have chest, arms and shoulders will be my medium days because they don't require as much fuel. So that will be the same, but just carbs will come down to 300. So it's just simply an extra 25 grams of carbs on my high days. Then my low days, carbs come down to 225, protein is at 150, but I have slightly more fats, just get a bit more healthy fats in, things like salmon, beef, things like that. So fats are going to be at 50. So that should get me, I'm hoping, including steps at 10,000, which is what they are now on average. That should get me into a deficit. The goal is to just chip away nice and slow at £1 a week. 30 weeks, I've got no date in mind for shows yet, but somewhere around 30 weeks when when the shows get announced, I'll then choose the dates. If for some reason there is no shows during that time, which I highly doubt, I will do a photo shoot. So this video is just to share a bit of an insight into how that all goes. The main video will start on Sunday. So prep starts Sunday, which will be a rest day, because my training split is going to be Monday back, Tuesday chest, Wednesday rest, Thursday legs, Friday arms, Saturday shoulders. I might switch arms and shoulders around, we will see. Sunday rest. So I'll do a day of eating on a rest day, my first day of prep, just to show you sort of the foods I'm going to be eating in my meal plan, which I am. I think I'm going to run with the same foods throughout all of prep. If hunger does get higher, I might switch a couple of things later on down the line, but I'm just basically working with a meal plan, and then when weight loss slows down, I'll just chip weight food. Cardio will be 0 for now. I'm hoping to run without cardio for as long as possible, just increasing my expenditure through steps. But if it gets to a point where I do have to add in some CV work, then by all means I will. I think I have got everything covered there. Just giving you a bit of an insight into my plan for prep, and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. Put anything in the comments on what you want to see throughout this series of the Underdog. I chose that name being that I'm going to be competing in the disability class, but I am the underdog as my condition affects all my left side, so i.e. aesthetics, i.e. symmetry. I am pretty much the underdog. A lot of the guys who compete, some do have CP, but there's a lot of amputees, so where I'm competing against someone with two arms that aren't affected by their condition, hence I am the underdog. Just to end this up there, so on stage, I'm not going to outmuscle anyone. Be it I'm natural, and my class is at the minute is only in untested shows, so by all means I will likely be against people using steroids, which isn't me using that as an excuse. It's just me stating a fact. I don't see that as an excuse. So what I can do to do the best that I can and place the best that I can is to get in the best condition ever, to get as lean as I possibly can. So I'll end that there, guys, and I will upload the next video in about a week's time for episode 2. Cheers.